It looks like an accident, but something's not right. He was the light of my life. I was coming from my patrol. I can't let this tragedy dominate me. His head wasn't screwed on right. What dreadful news. Hey everybody, what is up? I hope you're doing well, eating well, sleeping well, and breathing well. Today we're gonna be playing a little game called Confidential Killings, which will require us to put our detective hats on. Now, I don't know much about this game except it's the 70s in Hollywood and there's murder, and that's all I really need to hear to be on the case. So let's get straight into it. Now, the mouse is glitching a little bit, but you know what? It's a demo, it's on browser. I think we could go rock with it. New game, 18th December 1978, 8 p.m. Light, okay. Magnifying glass, oh nice. Okay, so that's like our clue book. Answer that phone. Detective, there was a call from the higher ups. A car crashed near the Lexington Street Patrol. It was on Repo Street, close to my beat up in the hills, so I got there fast. Driver's dead. It looks like an accident, but something's not right. They requested a proper look. So you collect clues by clicking on the underlined words, then you reconstruct what happened in your notebook. Detective, crash, Lexington Street, Repo Street, driver, and look. Patrol says there's been a car crash. The driver is dead. I'm taking a look. I think it was on Lexington. Okay, Repo Street. Alright, we gotta be extra focused. You know, this is a game of deduction, so let's lock more in. Is this your first case? It's not mine. I'm a seasoned detective. A call came from above. A patrol officer reported a crash in the hills. What fatality? They said it looked routine, but someone important wanted eyes on it. Is someone important also involved, or is it like a family member? Let's see. December 18th, 1978, 9 p.m. Okay, we're out here. Repo Street. Repo Street. A winding road in the countryside that leads to the rich folks' homes on the hill. They like to be isolated so the neighbors don't complain about their drug-fueled parties, okay? So this is entering to like the Beverly Hills type area where there's a lot of parties going on, so maybe they were intoxicated in some ways. Let's take a look at the scene ourselves before we talk to the witness. So here's the body. Anything to click on here? Okay, no. Alright, let's talk to the officer. I was coming from my patrol on Lexington Street when I heard a crash. He was drunk or drugged out of his skull. Okay, that's what I was thinking. He had a flashlight on him, standard issue torch, useful for looking around during night. And then he has police badge with the name David McCart on it. He's new to the force. You might be our prime suspect, bro. I've played these games before. You just happened to stumble upon it. How far is Lexington Street? Let's go back in here. What's that? Some sort of light? Oh, great. Okay. So let's take a look at the body. From his look, he was going nowhere fast. Did the impact against the guardrail violently push his head against the windshield, killing him? And a flashlight could be used to blind someone. That is something we have to take into account. Okay, so it was giving someone named Frank 50 grams, and someone named Jakize owes 200 grams. Can we put together any clues? We know his name is, was it David McCart? We don't know his name. Died in a crash on Repo Street. We know that. Someone drugged his something to make it look like he was a drunk driver who was going to blank. He's going somewhere. Okay, I feel like we're making good progress. Let's see what else is, oh, this is the name. His last name is Fraser. That looks like maybe Bradley or something. And then he lives on Galloway Street. So he was probably a drug dealer who was dealing drugs to the people in Beverly Hills. Someone wanted to stop it. Maybe the dude that owes him money. So we now know his name is something Fraser. Okay. He must have felt untouchable. He's not even trying to hide his stuff. So we got cocaine. Looks similar to cocaine. Oh, but it's not. Some new drugs are hitting the street perhaps. It's high-grade stuff, packaged and ready to be sold. then a drink, a bottle of quality whiskey, but there is something floating inside, some sort of dust. The bottle is almost full, barely a sip was taken from it. Yeah, so he was definitely drugged. Okay, so someone drugged his whiskey. So blank Fraser died in a something crash. He was going out to push drugs. See? Okay, anything else we could look at? Bradley license, custom license plate. They don't sell these to anyone. The grime says Bradley. Yeah, that did look like a Bradley on his name. He was going to sell drugs. Okay, what else? Foot tracks. Or is that oil? The breakers have been precisely cut. Okay, so it wasn't just that he was drugged, but his breakers were cut. Someone had it out for this guy, bro. Okay, so the breakers have been precisely cut and fluid is leaking, creating a puddle under the car. The driver did not have a chance. Okay, so now we gotta put the pieces together. He died in a car crash on Repo Street. Someone drugged his whiskey to make it look like he was a drunk driver who was going out to sell drugs. Oh, car crash. Okay, there's no way this is the end of the story. The bluish dust in the whiskey, the brake fluid leaking. This was no accident, although someone tried to make it look like one. It's time to talk to the family. Okay, we're talking to our key witnesses, so maybe the cop had nothing to do with it, or maybe he was paid. Let's see. Let's keep going. 10 p.m., so 2 hours later, I think. All right. Looks like a father, maybe a sister, and a mother. Let's check our surroundings before we actually talk, just so we can see what we can surmise from our surroundings. Okay, sabotaging, seducing, written by Ezra Monarch. So I'm guessing that's the dad. Advanced copy for Katie Keller. So maybe she's an actress named Katie Keller. 4 medals from the Korean War, framed and polished. Certainly no ordinary soldier we're talking about here. It is war hero material. So maybe the dad or the director, whoever he is a war hero. Okay. Pop art piece, probably very valuable. Its meaning is obscure, but there must be some substance underneath it to be shown in such a prominent spot. I'm guessing lady on the right is Clarice Lehman, and that was her 20 years ago. A classic Hollywood portrait from the late 50s. It appears to be publicly shot from the movie Gift of Nature. Bookshelf. An eclectic array of books. They include Dominic Fraser, Mind and Body, Total Control of the Mind Under Stress, Conk's Packs by Aleister Crowley, Ezra Monarch's The Lost Connection, Murder, that's what the crime is, The Weakness Again by Dominic Fraser, Herbs and Their Properties by Bella Ward. So Dominic Fraser seems to be a prominent author in this household. Okay. An elegant carved container made of dark ebony. It appears to be used as a medicine box. Okay, let's see. A small plastic container for medicines. Only 3 pills remain inside it. Maybe this is what was used to drug the driver. Mrs. Clary's. Remember, these are the strongest sleeping pills on the market. I'm giving you a week's dosage. Take 1 per day. This girl right here was assigned sleeping pills, so it's possible that maybe she could have slipped the pills in the drink, but I don't know enough about them, so let's go into these interviews. My son's death was tragic, and my heart aches for the loss, but as I teach in my books, I can't let this tragedy dominate me. You don't seem too upset about it. See, he has a note on him. Mr. Fraser, I know I have huge debt of gratitude to you that I will never be able to repay. But for 9 years, I worked for you, doing everything that was necessary, everything, with no complaint. I fix the roof, I wash the cars, I do the garden, I help the wife with the medicine, I do it all. But please, I implore you, let me go. I cannot explain why now. I just need some extra money to find accommodation. Diaz is the dude that handled the wife's medicine, so maybe he was the one with the sleeping pills, bro. That's very suspicious. And he took a leave of absence with no explanation. Okay, see this. Mr. Frazier, one of my agents found drugs in a vehicle parked near a roadblock. Its license appears to be registered in your name. Knowing that you don't drive, and in the name of our shared friendship, I suggest you keep an eye on your son. We can't keep hiding this forever. Inspector Hadley Badman. Okay. So someone knew his son was a dealer, and he doesn't seem too upset about the death. That doesn't necessarily mean he had a part in it, but I'm thinking maybe he was very disappointed in his son. Like one of those situations where they don't claim them as their son type of deal. What dreadful news! And to think that the night has started so well, with Mr. Frazier giving me advice on possible future roles. So she is the actress that we saw in the script. And she has a note. My dear love, I did everything in my power so that we could work on the play together. I pray night and day that it'll become a reality. Forever yours, Patrick. I just can't see how what the son has going on would have anything to do with this dude, unless this dude somehow found out that the son was about to be arrested for dealing drugs, so he killed the son, maybe to save the father's reputation, but that wouldn't really make sense. So this is a magazine she seems to be in. Okay, I can't really, there's nothing highlighted, but there might be something. This mistress word is standing out to me. So maybe she's a mistress and she's very upset about it. It's a possibility that they may be drugging her on purpose to make her like kind of like a mindless trophy bride type situation. That's kind of what I'm getting from this, but maybe I'm reading too much into it. Is Bradley really gone? He was the light of my life. I'm so sorry, man. Yeah, your son did not make it out of that car. A small ornate key seems to open the medicine box. So she does have a key to the medicine box, even though she doesn't typically handle her pills. A beautiful silver ring, simple and elegant, a very classy piece of jewelry. She has a silver ring and a letter. Dear Mrs. Clarice, I feel terrible at the thought of leaving you alone, but it was impossible to find any other nurse to take my place on such short notice. But Mr. Frazier really insisted that I go visit my sister tonight, even though I told him there's no need. A little flu is nothing to be concerned about, but he was adamant it would make sense for the nurse to be out of the house while he gets the pill box, so the dad is also a suspect. Please remember to take the new medicine the doctor prescribed in the doses he wrote on the prescription. What happened to the old one? We don't know. I left my sister's phone on the back. Don't hesitate to call me for anything. Please. I know you never want to disturb me, but that's what I'm here for. Our friendship goes beyond my job. Sincerely yours, Shirley Flores. And also, the prescription says that she's only taken 3 and she's supposed to have 4 left, but there's only 3 left in the bottle, so someone definitely took one of the pills out. So oh, I'm supposed to figure this out right now. Alright, you know what? Nah, I'm a ace detective. I'm practically like one step below Sherlock. So, you know, I got this, bro. Okay, let's take note of this. So the mom's name is Clarice Layman. Clarice Layman. The dad's name is Mr. Frazier. Dominic Frazier. Dominic Frazier. The female actress's name, Katie Keller is her name. Keller. Oh wait, I'm missing some stuff. Okay. Door. Oh, I missed a whole other character that could explain some stuff. So this is the dude that was requesting leave. Maybe the father got him to do his dirty work. Let's see. I've been here in the garage all night finishing some work. I'm sorry about the boy, but frankly, his head wasn't screwed on right. He seems apathetic to it. He has a whole bunch of keys. A large key ring chain with many keys attached to it. It could mean that he does work all around the house, not only in the garage. That could be a hint that he took the pills out of the pill bottle, but I'm thinking if he did, he was instructed by someone, because why would he do that randomly? And then he has this key, small key, kept separate from the rest, and he works in the garage, so he could have cut the whatever was wrong with his car. We got this truck. Beat up truck from 3 decades ago. The door has a strange hidden compartment on it, of the kind often seen in smuggling operations. Interesting. Some items have been left on the dashboard. Hey Grease Monkey, don't try bailing on me or I'm going straight to the Federals. It's a promise. They can't touch me, but they'll have a party with you. Sunday is the day. Be there. And B could stand for Bradley. Someone overdosed in an accident. Diaz, 27. His daughter overdosed and he's a drug dealer. So it's possible, I'm guessing his name is something Diaz. He murdered to get revenge for his daughter. So that's very important context. Beautiful sports car in pristine state. It looks like an imported model. It must be incredibly expensive. Some crumbled up paper. Enough is enough. I will not do it. Not Sunday, not ever. You've seen what your stuff has done to my sister. I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I'd rather be in a federal prison than bring another gram of that poison to you. Wait. So he's the one that supplied the dude that died. So I'm guessing his name is Pedro Diaz. And he supplied Bradley. Bradley needed a new package of supply, but this dude backed out because his sister, not his daughter, but his sister overdosed. Maybe not because of Bradley, but because of the drugs, the new drugs that Bradley wanted to get from him. So he was like, no, I'm not gonna do it. There's also the same whiskey that Bradley drank. Wait, so maybe he did go to that meeting, but he drugged Bradley's whiskey. I feel like I'm almost there. Hey Bradley, have you asked your dad about his friend Roman? Do it. His reaction will surprise you. Okay. Roman, we haven't heard about a Roman. Oh, and there's oil, the same oil that was found outside of Bradley's car. The floor is stained with big puddles of a viscous liquid. It could be breaker fluid. Exactly what I said. And then tools on the ground. Several tools commonly used by mechanics. They seem to have been used recently. They were still covered in grease and oil in their... Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I'd hate to accuse you after the murder of your sister, but it's all pointing to maybe you were a supplier who wanted out, knew that he was protected because he was the son of someone rich and famous. So you took the hard way out. That's what it's looking like to me. I'm missing something, bro. There's one more piece of evidence that I'm missing. Death. Okay, so let's try. Pedro killed Bradley by sabotaging his substance, his whiskey, and putting Clarice's sleeping pills in his whiskey. Oh no, sabotaging his car. The reason for of his sister by overdose. Sabotaging. Story is 2 clues away from being correct. Okay. Murder. Okay. Death. We got it. So Pedro Diaz did kill Bradley Frazier. Pedro was sick of working as a drug mule for Bradley. His sister's death from the very drug he smuggled out of Mexico was the final drop that spilled the glass. Cornered. Pedro made the wrong choice. Bradley paid the price. Alright. January 8th, 1979. Okay, New Year, 4 a.m. Oh. Hey guys, so I'm actually gonna make this a 2-parter like I did with my sketchy individuals video. So if you like this video, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you're willing. Part 2 will be posted sometime in the next 2 weeks, hopefully, unless something goes crazy wrong with my schedule. You know, if you like my vibe, you like the video, make sure to check out my other videos. I'm sure you'll like those too. I have 2 playlists, one with indie horror games and one with just random games I find on itch.io. So, you know, be sure to check those out. And other than that, I have nothing else for you. Bye.